Okay, so here's a few tips on the ATG split squats. And remember, I learned these from Knees Over the Toes guy. So he has that name for a very important reason. It's kind of like when I teach beginners volleyball and all they do is bump it, and I say, what's the name of the game? And they say volleyball, and I say, what does that mean? And they don't know. Volleying is your first skill that you want to work on, and bumping is an important skill too, but it's volleyball first, bump later. So Knees Over the Toes guy wants to emphasize that point that you're doing your knees over your toes. So when you do the ATG split squat, the most important thing is to get your knee over your toe, and you want your calf and your hamstrings touching. So another thing that I didn't catch until later, he did it in a later video, was Ben talked about how it's really important, if this is hard for you to do the actual exercise where you lift up, is to hang out down here and stretch, because what you're trying to do is trying to stretch through here, the groin, all the adductors and all that stuff. And just hang down here and you can pulse. I like to do 30 seconds down here, so I'll just have my phone, hey Siri, 30 seconds, let her count down, and then I like to do 8 reps. Now I'm starting on my bench here with 6 risers, and I like to do 8 reps on each leg. So I do a 30-second stretch and then 8 reps. Knees well over my toes. And start nice and high so it's easy and you don't dread doing this. Okay? And now I'm going to do my left leg. So same thing. I'm just going to get down into the position here, get my knees right over the toes, calves and hamstrings touching each other, and just hang out here for 30 seconds, stretching the groin on the other leg. Also, by stretching this, I think part of the idea is that the blood flow gets into the ligaments and tendons as deep as it can into the knee joints and ligaments and rejuvenates them. Plus, it will increase the muscles at the very end of the muscle, so you have a more stable knee. So that hopefully is 30 seconds, and then 8 reps. Whoop. Okay, make sure you have enough distance between your legs so you don't tip over like I just did. Also, I know that they want you to stay up on your back toe, and it is a lot more difficult, and you can feel the stress in your groin more when you have your back toe. You're up on your back toe instead of on the flat foot like this. Now, if you watch Ben's videos, you'll also see that his mom can do these quite well, and she's in her 70s now, just a young lady, and she'll do them. I think she started doing them on her stairs in her house. So if you don't have a setup like this, start doing them on the stairs, nice and high, up 3 or 4 stairs, and then gradually go lower. Okay, so now that was 6. I'm going to go down to 4 risers plus the bench, and this should be done over months. If your knee is hurting, don't try and do it right down to the floor. Stay up nice and high until the pain starts to decrease in whatever leg you have a problem with, or both. So a couple of months later, but every time I do this, when I'm starting out, I like to, and keep my torso up as much as I can, I like to stretch out here for 30 seconds, maybe do some gentle pulsing, and then 8 reps. The other thing is, if you're going to add weight, is add weight when your legs are nice and high, because it's really hard to do when you're doing these right on the floor with weight. Okay, so I'll do 4 like that. Stretch out for 30 seconds. Stay up on the toes on the back leg. Stretch out the adductors, the groin area. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just for fun, I'm going to grab some dumbbells here. Knees over toes. Okay. Down 2 more. Stretch out for 30 seconds. You can really start to feel it here when you get lower. Knees over toes. Do 8 reps, 4 reps, whatever you're in the mood. For the video's sake, I'm just going to do 4 on each side here. Switch legs. 30 seconds. Stretch out the groin. Okay, to save time, I'm not going to do all 8 reps. Okay, ATG split squats down to the floor. So I'm going to start with my bad leg first. And the other thing I should mention is, if you're starting out with this and you're having a hard time, get some yoga blocks or some things. Sometimes I'll put cushions on each side of me if I'm not having a good day. And knees over toes, and to adjust the back leg. Okay, and then keep your torso nice and straight as much as you can. 1, whoa. 2. 8. Okay, that was the left leg. Now my right leg, which is my good leg, sort of. Okay, get down, stretch out. Oh, torso nice and high. Oh, I can really feel it through here. Even though my right leg is stronger, I find I have a harder time getting the adductors on my left leg flexed out. Oh, 1. 8. Okay, now that we've done that, there's one more thing. After you've been doing the split squats for a while and you can get down to the floor, you may be able to get into this. Where you can do the splits because you were able to do the ATG split squats. So this is just like an added bonus that you get by doing the split squats. Okay, so there you go. Knees over toes, ATG split squats.